Welcome back once again to the Horror to Culture vidcast, brought to you by www.horrortoculture.com and Primordial Productions. My name is Mad. Up first today, we have a review of the brand new film from 2024 entitled Eight Eyes. Now, Eight Eyes is the first official original film release from Vinegar Syndrome, and it follows a young couple who, for some perplexing reason, is taking their late honeymoon in Serbia, and they run across a man on a train that they probably shouldn't have followed. Eight Eyes is a psychedelic, trippy, weird, gory, it is a throwback film from a 1970s exploitation film, Grindhouse Films. So if you're into 1970s Grindhouse exploitation, psychedelic, gore, trippy horror, then you're going to want to check out Eight Eyes. It almost made its way to one of my favorite films of the year, but as it is, I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're into some exploitative 70s horror. Next on our list, and in keeping with the theme, is the 2022 film entitled All Eyes. Now, All Eyes is a campy kind of comedy. There's horror elements to it, but it's mostly a heartfelt, touching story about an old farmer and his recently deceased wife, and a disgraced podcaster who is called in to help fight a monster that's called All Eyes that lives out in the woods. Once again, All Eyes isn't a great film, but it's not a bad little film. There's some gore in there, there's some frights in there, but it's mostly a heartfelt comedy. So I would recommend probably a double feature of Eight Eyes and All Eyes. Why wouldn't you do that? That just seems like the correct way to do things.
HorrorToCulture.com.
And folks, I'm pleased to announce that Peach Fuzz is back with the Creep Tapes that just released yesterday on Shudder. In fact, all the movies I just mentioned can be found on Shudder: Eight Eyes, All Eyes, and the Creep Tapes, which just released 2 episodes that dropped last night. It's going to come out every Friday for the remainder of 2024. So if you're a fan of Creep 1 and 2, which you should be, and if you haven't seen them, I would go check them out, you're going to want to watch the Creep Tapes. Once again, Peach Fuzz has returned. Until next time, folks, be sure to check out the 24/7, 365 hub for all things horror adjacent, the horticulture of horror, over at horrortoculture.com. Much more coming soon. That's a threat.